Welcome, friends. And here is a poem that is one of my favorites. It's called The Things You Missed. I believe I wrote this last year around the same time. Goes like this. Too distorted to notice the happenings of actual malice when heavy hits that inflict damage distracted by America's talented. Rob your mental rations quick, flare in the eyes disastrous, so your lack of an empathetic act is actually bliss. By strong suggestion, you play the best dumb when them skeets of dopamine render the neck numb, creating invertebrates who ambulate with no devices, navigating with myopic satellites that steer clear of crisis. In real life, you missed. Successful social experiments, so deliberate, the results had communities reflect in fear of the images. Specifically, the darker neighborhoods were just looked past with a gloomy, sunshineless 40-year forecast and a poverty pyroclastic explosion, amplified by new rocked-up cocaine to lead the erosion, countless hand-to-hand transactions, and the prominence of all types of handguns to back them, the colorism of black hands and white cocaine, and contrasting crimson streaks that so stain the streets near dark people's houses, people known only for violent streaks and athletic prowess. You miss living around it, exiting houses having to swivel their neck like an owl's when a slow roller stops and they get out of the opposite side or getting asked the time or to change a dollar, dodging the riffraff and ultimately an ME's tin slab, alive but emotionally pierced intensely as it stabs to the core, watching streets that once yielded joy become an aberrant and unrecognizable place to endure. It was that basic. Life or death facing, didn't have Eddie Murphy's ability to trade places while you were complaining about where it is that I'm staying and seeing people you see as menacing as a Cayman. That time you had to drive my way when a detour was vividly displaying and had you saying, Jesus Christ, and praying. You get home, we look at these surroundings as syndromes, while you just see the problem as them folks, ushering past without empathy or hopeful energy, more concerned with soccer and your ice cream social attendees, the soccer mom, iconic image of maternal parenting, versus the much more disparaging crack mother, getting high while carrying an extreme symbol of selfishness, embarrassing. Despite the crack and poverty confluence, odds were in favor that she'd try crack and succumb to it, alluding back to those societal experiments and the deliberate crack from thin air appearances. Our problems are in stark contrast. You navigating your stocks of mass and me navigating which blocks to pass. The buildup of these burdens manifests as pot-stirring shuns of subservience, but you can't understand these things, making it easier for you to dismiss the grieves. I wish those ears could handle hearing that we're not all vandals who take for granted living, or that justice in office depends on the tone of the skin or the last few digits in which your zip code may end. We're not as allied because those blue with pride sometimes see the hue and just assume and scrutinize. While I'm an avid critic of your position to spurn the sight of attrition, I'm still open to you listening, so I'll remove my shoes for you to use and hope the footwear can bring us somewhere near an insightful fusion. Complete.